Hi friends, it's Amari from Mari Hiraya Archives. We have been on a project finishing mood. So here I am with another project that I have, I guess, checked off my list of things to do. Look at this Aries getting stuff done. But anyways, so what we're going to talk about is something that I have done in the past. Sorry, I'm back. I accidentally locked out my husband in the garage. Anyways, today that we are doing something that I've done in the past. I'll link the video in the cards above. But that is turning my traveler's notebook into a ring planner. Now, I've done this last year. This is what I call my reference planner that has like all my important information. And my reference planner before wasn't working out in a traveler's notebook system, and so I decided to add rings to it so I can use it because this is one of my favorite traveler's notebooks. And that's what I did. And to kind of show you what I did last year is that I added these rings right here to this because as a reference planner, I wanted all the information in rings because of the information that's in there, and it's just easier and better to organize that information in a ring system. And so that is what I did, and I'm trying to go to a page where you can't see anything. But yeah, so here is the rings, and it was a super simple process. And I want to say that we're going to go through that process again, but in my true nature, when I was doing my project, I did it already and I forgot to film. So here we are, I guess, talking about the aftermath and showing you what I found. And the reason why this is happening again, because if you've seen in my last video, I was kind of trying to figure out what I was going to do for my fountain pen profile book, which is this right here, this Me Plus Slim Pad Narrow, which I absolutely love. I love the size of it. Unfortunately, I'm running out of space, and so I was thinking of getting another one, but in a bigger size rings possibly, or because I've been spending a lot of money on like my fountain pens and inks, I was trying to figure out a way what I can use instead. And so that's when I decided, like, maybe I could turn one of my traveler's notebooks into a ring system again. But then, because I just really love this size, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the amount of paper in here, because the way I have it, I guess like the types of papers I have in there, I think I'm going to change it around to where, because right now I have like 3 pages per pen, which is causing a lot of bulk. And I think I'm just going to do 1 page per pen. And I think that'll help out a lot, and I can still stay in this and not have to purchase another notebook. So I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I decided that after the fact, after I turned this into the ring system. But I still want to kind of still talk about it in case any of you guys want to do the same. Now, here's the difference, and we're going to test this theory out because I haven't done it yet, so I will be doing a little DIY with you again. But when I did this hack, I used these rings because these were the only rings that I could find. These are it's an A5 size ring, and I think it's maybe like 2 millimeter or maybe even 3 millimeter, but it's pretty thick, and so, or pretty big. And so when I did this, I actually had to cut down, these pages just a little bit so it'll fit in here. And so that might not be ideal for everybody because obviously it's like a little bit more work that you have to, and then of course it's like kind of wasted paper. And that brought me to the drawing board to see if I could find rings that are a little bit smaller. And because I know like the Kraus rings on like the Plotter and the Me Plus, I think you can actually buy this system right here, this, but I think it's on like an Asian website, and it was just too complicated for me to even try. And so I even checked like AliExpress and I couldn't really find anything. And so I turned to Amazon and I ended up finding these rings. Now they're not as small as like the Kraus rings, like the one, I'm probably getting my numbers all wrong. I think it's like 1.2 millimeters for like what I have currently on my Me Plus. But I did find these, and these are like 1.5 millimeters, which is a lot smaller than this one. As you can see, the rings are definitely a lot smaller. And I figured maybe because I found these smaller rings that I could possibly be able to cut these inserts as is and not have to trim it to fit the ring system. So that's what we're gonna find out. And so like I mentioned, I still love this notebook, but again, because of the size of the rings, and I needed actually this size of the rings because of how much paper is in there. But so this worked out perfectly for me. It's fine. I will continue to keep it these rings because I already cut down all the paper and it's fine. But for this one, I definitely wanted to find a way to be able to use this system as is. And so, and I'll link in the description box where I got this from, because actually this came a little bit damaged. I don't know if you can tell, it's a little bit, I don't know, it was bent. And so I'm waiting for the replacement, but one was okay, but I still went ahead and tried it out. So the way this works, and it's a super, super easy system. It comes with these screws, and because of this size, it actually aligns with the holes that are already in the traveler's notebook. The only thing that I had to do was make the hole a little bit bigger. And the way I did that was I just kind of stuck my scissors in the hole and just kind of wiggled it back and forth to make the hole a little bit bigger, big enough so I can insert this screw. It is very, very, very simple. It is not very invasive to your traveler's notebook. If you do decide to use it as a traveler's notebook in the future, just know that these holes are going to be a little bit bigger. You could probably plug it up if you want to, but yeah, that's probably the only like damage to your traveler's notebook that's going to happen. So I am using a traveler's notebook. It is a original black Midori. I actually had this in my collection and I totally forgot about it. And so I actually put this pocket on here, and I had a couple of stickers on here that I didn't like, and so I took it off. But when I took off the stickers, it left imprints on it and I didn't like that. So I replaced it with other stickers that I do like. And so a lot of it is from the 2026 Travelers Company's diary, the sticker set that came out. And so I absolutely love this one. And because now I'm not going to be using it for what I thought I was going to be using it for, I think I'm going to use it for my menu planning, because this was originally supposed to be my menu planning, and because I want to keep this as my fountain pen profile book, I think this is what I'm going to use for my menu planning, strictly for my menu planning. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. And of course, I don't need a lot of paper in here, but I think my main purpose of doing this experiment is to see if the Travelers Company or the standard inserts can fit, if I just poke holes in it and it'll fit and I don't have to like trim anything. So that is something that we're going to find out right now. Okay, so I went ahead and added the the ring system in here, and it looks like this. And I believe it came in 2 colors. It came in this black color, and then it comes in the silver. I actually purchased the silver one as well, so I'm just waiting for that. And I don't know why I bought the silver, but I like to have extra just in case, or if I decide that I wanted the silver. But I do like the black on this black because it kind of does, it's not popping out, the contrast. And I do like the silver contrast on the end of the binding here versus my other one. Where is it? This was black as well. It's a black ring system, but it came with black screws. So I do appreciate the black screws on here. And I can imagine that if I really wanted to use the black, I could probably use the same screws instead of the silver ones. So that's how it looks like, and I think it looks really nice with the silver showing. Okay, and so this is how it looks on the inside. And as far as like the mechanism, I mean, it's just like any other mechanism. I wouldn't say it's as smooth as like the higher quality rings, but it gets the job done. And like I said, it was really, really simple. You just align, there's holes here, and then you just align it to what the holes were here, because like I said, they perfectly aligned, and then just screw it in, and that's it. That is it. Okay, so let us go ahead and see if this will actually work as far as these traveler notebooks. And if you hear some background noise, again, I have gamers. Okay, so I have this one, which I've used already. This isn't a Traveler's Company. This is, I think it's, what is that brand? I forgot what it was called. Take a Note? I think it's Take a Note. Oh no, Keep a Notebook. I used this back in 2018. I didn't finish it, so I have a lot of blank. So I thought maybe that I could use this for my menu planning. But then I also have this one, which is an undated weekly planner. And I thought this would be perfect because I could put, you know, the menu plan here, and then I have page here for notes or whatever. So I might do this one instead. And so because this is a Traveler's Company, the whole year comes in 2, so it's not like a whole year in one booklet, I think, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think so. This was actually my very first insert that I journaled when I first started my journaling practice. Okay, so let's do this. We will, oh, I want to keep the, is this sewn in? It is sewn in. Huh. So I'm going to have to, I'm definitely going to keep this. I'll probably keep it as a dashboard in here. So let me grab some scissors so we can take out the threading. Oh, it's not too hard. I thought it was going to be like, oh no. I am kind of scratching the paper. I'll probably speed this up for you guys, so you're not watching me do this. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so that didn't take too long. Or was it too hard? Okay, now that we got that separated, let us go ahead and let me grab my slicer and then my hole puncher. Okay, I'm just wondering if I have this already set. I don't. So, okay, Okay. Just have my handy dandy little slicer. It's from Fiskars. I had this for a very long time. And for the longest, it was like all like crumbly right here. And I really thought that it was damaged, but I didn't take the plastic off. So now it's like I have a whole new cutter. So now I took the plastic off, and so it's like a brand new cutter. So yeah. Okay, let us see what is the best way to cut this. Let's maybe do maybe like a third. And because this isn't dated, it's not like you have to have it in a certain order, which is nice. Okay, I'm just going to align this with where the threading holes were, and it looks like 4.25. It's like the measurement. Yeah, okay, 4.25, that makes it easy. Okay. Let's see. I think I got it down the middle. Okay, so how is this going to work? So I kind of want to keep it like this, right? Because that's how I'm going to put it on, right? I wonder how that's going to look when I punch the hole. It's going to be here, but okay, we'll figure out that later. One thing at a time. Again, we are just experimenting. We'll see how this goes. So 4.25. Oh no, I put too much and it damaged the bottom. Oh no, look. Okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I will deal with that later. Okay, last stack. 4.25. Okay, that was a much cleaner cut, but I don't think I've... Okay. Let's see if these are all the same size. Okay, seems like we are good. This one seems a little bit longer. Just gotta slice it just a little bit. There we go. Gotta get that lip, which this actually has a couple. Let's try this. I mean, it doesn't have to be like super perfect, but it does make it a lot cleaner. Because it has like this lip, if you can see. I'm just trying to make that go away. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'll put this away. I'll put this to the side. Let's kind of wipe this off. Okay, I'm back. I got a fresh mic in. Okay, let us go ahead and figure this out. Let us set this to, oh, this is my hole puncher. It's called Perfect 6 from Bira Bira. I just got this off of Amazon. It was pretty inexpensive. And so let me go ahead and set this to A5. So there's little notches here and it has like different sizes. And so I'm just putting it to the A5. And then I think I have to also adjust where the holes will be. And we are doing A5. So just sliding it to the A5 position for this one. And then as well as this one. So it should be like that. And so let's test this with 1. Okay, here goes nothing. And then is that about right? Okay, try it out. All right, so as we can see, it did punch over some of the letters, but that is okay. And then we're going to have this, right? Notes, and then here's, oh, okay. See, this is where I was confusing myself. Okay, so we're all going to have to, okay, I'm just looking over. So these are all, okay. Let's see how this looks. So it's going to be like this, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, that's good so far. When we close it, ooh, we're still going to have to trim it a little bit. You see that? But I guess, well, how much will we have to trim it? Probably, I'm looking at the back, probably like 3 boxes. Okay. So I guess you still have to trim it. So I guess it doesn't matter whether it's the bigger rings or the smaller rings, you're still gonna have to trim it, which I guess it just depends on if you want a smaller profile or a bigger profile. I think it's still worth it. Let's go ahead and cut this. We'll go from there. So let's go off of this grid right here. So we said about 3, which is about 3.75. All right, let's do 3.75 and see how that goes. If that's a little bit better. Oh, that's a lot better. 375. Yeah. So 3.75 is the length or the width of it. So let me grab this paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a few more of these. Okay, we said 3.75, right? So let us go to 3.75. Right there. Right there. Okay. Ooh, that was kind of a rough cut. I need to replace the blade on this thing, or sharpen it, or not use so many pages. Okay. And I think that's the same size as this, right? Let me pull this out. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Got my, let's go ahead and punch holes in these. I mean, this is a great way, especially if you're someone like me that has a lot of inserts, which I do, especially unused one. And I don't want to waste the paper. And obviously this isn't something that's working for me currently in my life. And so I'm just kind of customizing it to make it fit in my life right now. So this is going to be my menu planning system. And I think that's good. I actually love how it looks. And I can just put the date, and then I still can see the Monday through Sunday. And then the back is for notes. I can probably do the menu planning here and then use the notes for this side. And so, yeah, I could do that. And I could probably just use, I think one of these has, not sure if I'm going to use that, but let's cut some more so I can add more. And of course, I can customize this a lot more. I think I'll probably do another video once I start, if I remember to film it, once I start talking about my menu planning system. That way, I'm going to make sure I record whatever I record, or at least some process of it, hopefully. Let's go ahead and cut the rest of this since let's cut the rest of this. And I think we all have it on the same. Just want to make sure they're all on the same side. None of it is backwards. Okay. $3.75. Here we go. Try not to rush through this. Sometimes I can get impatient, and sometimes I forget to measure twice, cut once. Okay. Here we go. That's cut. And then the last batch, I think, again, just want to make sure that these are in the right. I guess what's great about it, now I can cut off the those rough edges that I guess it was meant to be. But I guess this trimming portion of it is not too bad. It's just one cut. Versus, I think the other one, was it 2 cuts? No, it was 1 cut too. So it's really not that bad. But I was really hoping that maybe with that I wouldn't have to make any cuts other than just down the center, but it's okay. It's still worth the hack, in my opinion. Especially if you need a ring system and you like the size of the standard traveler's notebook. And I guess my next DIY, and I'm hoping to find, is a ring system that'll fit the passport size. That would be really cool. If you have any tips where I can find, or what size I need to buy for the passport, that way I can hack passport size and turn it into rings, it would come in handy. Okay. All right, so we are done with the cuts. Let's go ahead and punch these. Okay, I think it's perfect for what I'm going to use this for. I still have a whole book to put in here, but I think it's a great size. I like the slimness of this, and it didn't really take me that long. So do I recommend doing this? Heck yes. I think it's really cool. I do like the size of the rings more than this one, but again, for my reference planner, this was a good size for it. But the smaller rings, it's not too bad, as you can see. It kind of bows out a little bit right here because it's not, what do you call it, screwed in the middle, but that doesn't bother me at all. And so what I want to do too is I don't want to waste this, so I will cut this down in the center to make it into a, or I can make it into a folder. I could add pockets to this and it can be a folder as well. So I'm not exactly too sure, but there are a lot of options. And so I think I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another video, or maybe I'll try to record again. It just really depends if I remember to do it, because once I get into project mode, sometimes I just don't remember. But I definitely will keep you guys updated. And if it's not me doing anything, it's definitely a video of the aftermath. But despite the fact that I didn't get exactly the results that I was hoping for, where we didn't have to trim any of the paperwork or the paper to put in here, it's still, I feel like I still think that it is kind of minimal as far as trying to slice. Just remember 3.75 inches is enough as far as the size of it, and that's it. And then, yeah, I absolutely love it. I'm excited to get this set up and figure out how I'm going to have the system work for me. But I am glad that I'm using up inserts that I probably wouldn't be using right now. And yeah, so okay, that is pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to see, and maybe you are in the market of adding rings to your traveler's notebook but felt that the big ones was too big. I did find a smaller version that might be a lot better for you. And I'm assuming if there is a smaller version of this, then maybe you don't have to cut any of these pages, but we'll see. Trial and error. See if we could find anything smaller than this one. I think this is a 1.5 and this might be like maybe a 3. But I'll keep looking, and if I do find it, I will definitely let you guys know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video about another DIY hack on my traveler's notebook, and I'm excited to see how I'm going to end up using this. And bonus, I get to use another traveler's notebook. Yay! Okay, all right, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.